back together.
Debbie and Don, we're trying to put together some statistics on marriage. What makes a marriage successful? What makes it fail? And Debbie, I think you said earlier that had you to do it over again, no, you said you wouldn't have divorced, right? You would have stayed together.
I would not. First of all, if you have religious background, it depends how you're brought up. I personally never believed in divorce. So that when I first was married and we had my children, they were very young, and I was very young, I would not have divorced, no. I was forced into divorce because of the publicity and all that went on with that particular situation. And I just would have separated and let him ride it out and then face it in a year or two. And then at that time, all emotions having cooled down, I think everybody would be able to evaluate the situation better and in a more mature-like manner, and also consider your children a little bit more.
Do you think people have a tendency to rush into divorce?
I think the passion of the moment, which one is in love with somebody else, it's all so dumb anyway. It is, it's dumb. Everybody does the same dumb things, don't they? They do. You buy the books, they all talk about the same thing.
That's right.
You know, sex rears its ugly head and they go, I'm gonna have that lady, I'm gonna have that man. It's dumb. So in the meantime, lives are shattered, you know. Everybody would just cool back, sit back a while, separate, go ahead and do that thing. And then let's talk about it. If you have children, if you don't have children, just smack them in the nose and get rid of them, or vice versa. But when you bring a life into this world, you are responsible for that child. And you're responsible in your marriage, too. I mean, enough to just try and make it work out. I don't know what my life would have been, you know, had I not divorced, been pushed into it. My second marriage went for 15 years. Actually longer, it was really almost 17 years.
So there are good parts of marriage, and there's some unhappy parts, and in a way you just have to kind of go through them, and as you say, ride it out if you can. Because otherwise you're changing
my father was going to be married 50 years, so 50? She's the one you should talk to.
Well, bring her on sometime, and we will talk. Don, let's hear your opinion.
I think that Debbie's opinion was very, very good. As a matter of fact, it's one of the wisest things I've heard on marriage. What she just said, I think it's absolutely true.
What did I say?
Well, I don't remember. You know, I have very short memory. Like you.
You know what, we know each other for 25 years, this child I know.
As a matter of fact, I love what you're saying about me.
We started a rumor.
He was such a smack.
But Debbie said it's very true that the most important things in a marriage is once you have children, is to give them a chance for a full life and a happy life. And these things happen like people get a passion for someone else. And as Debbie said, they make a big thing of it, and you got to get divorced, and you got to get remarried and everything. And if people can just cool it for that period and realize that that's something that somebody is going through, and then wait it out, and then without any ego, try to put the marriage back together again, I think it's the best thing for everybody.
We have to consider that there are times when, let's say, one or the other is perhaps an alcoholic, maybe they are cruel. There are reasons where it has to happen. But in many cases, I think people do rush in.
Well, if you're dealing then with a criminal act, you know, of assault, or if you're married to an alcoholic, you're dealing with a sickness and a very deep one, and you have to decide. I would divorce in that case, because you see, the man, if he's an alcoholic, will pull himself together better, really, without responsibility, because to have the children be around that would be very bad. I couldn't do it.
Oh yeah, also too. I would not. I don't think you should hold a marriage together just for the sake of the children.
No.
I think that'd be a very bad thing to do. That'd be a terrible mistake.
But if you still,
if you basically is a good marriage, but somebody, you know, has an infatuation for someone else, I don't think you should look at that as the end of the world.
You have to look at it like a dog sees a fire plug.
Exactly. You see, the famous philosopher Debbie Reynolds has spoken.
There's always these fascinations that are over in a minute. But the release is heaven.